Invention, Instruction, and Quiet Bonds. It was a quiet morning in Lady Marlene's estate. A soft knock echoed on the wooden door of Matthias's room. "Good morning, Matthias," came Carly's gentle voice. "Breakfast is ready. You need to come to the dining hall, please." From inside, Matthias stirred. "Good morning, Carly." "I'll be there in a minute," he called back groggily. In the sunlit dining room, the family had gathered. Lady Marlene sat at the head of the table with Vincentius on one side and Matthias on the other. The morning light filtered in through arched windows, casting a golden glow over the table. "Sweetheart," Lady Marlene said softly, "Sir Prince left early this morning." Matthias blinked in surprise. "Why, Mother?" "He didn't tell me anything. He had a very important mission to the Pope." "He will be gone for 2 weeks," she explained, resting her hand on his. "But don't worry, you will continue your training with the other Templar instructors." Matthias nodded thoughtfully. "I understand. I will keep training and help with the chores too." Lady Marlene smiled warmly. "All right. But don't push yourself too hard, sweetie." The family continued their breakfast in calm conversation. Meanwhile, in the alchemy laboratory, Princess Florina was carefully reading a formula, holding a tiny glass vial over a delicate mixture. 3 drops only," she whispered, narrowing her eyes. Just as she began to pour, her twin sister burst in like a whirlwind. "Hey, sis!" shouted Farina. "H!" Florina gasped. The vial slipped, and the concoction exploded silently into a harmless puff of violet smoke. "Cough, cough." "Oh, Farina." "You startled me," Florina wheezed. "Hey, sorry," Farina giggled, peeking at the bubbling remains. "What you makin'?" "Potions?" Florina wiped her face. "No, I'm trying to make a perfume for you." "I'm still learning." Farina's eyes sparkled. "Really? You're the best!" She squealed and hugged her sister tightly. "Ack! Too tight? You're breaking my ribs," Florina croaked. "Oops. Sorry." Farina let go, giggling again. "Anyway, my friends are waiting. Toodaloo." She skipped out as Florina shook her head with a smile. In Luma's workshop, the air buzzed with focus. Gears clicked gently in the background as she and Tariq bent over her latest invention, a strange device with brass and runes etched into its surface. "Here, try this adjustment," Tariq offered, handing her a tool. "All right," Luma said. "Let's try again." She flipped a tiny switch. The beacon flickered, then glowed steadily. A soft light pulsed from the crystal lens. The signal held. Luma stared. Then, "Hey! It worked, Tariq." "It worked!" she screamed in joy, jumping up. She threw her arms around him in a spontaneous hug. "Thank you, Tariq." "Thank you so much." Tariq froze in surprise, cheeks flushing red. Luma suddenly pulled back, embarrassed. "Oh! I'm sorry." "It's fine, Miss Luma," he said quickly, clearing his throat. "I am happy to assist. Now that the silent beacon works, we should show my father. And King Francis." Just then, Elric's voice echoed from behind. "What is all this noise, Luma?" "Master," she beamed. "The beacon worked." Elric's eyes widened. He pulled her into a proud embrace. "Oh! I'm so proud of you, my dear. You're my brightest apprentice." Luma returned the hug without hesitation. "And you are the best mentor, Master." Tariq smiled silently at the scene. Later that afternoon, in the estate's training yard, Matthias was deep in practice, striking a wooden dummy with focused precision. His movements were measured, disciplined. "Interesting moves, young one," came a calm voice behind him. Matthias turned and saw the tall, composed figure of Lord Rafiq. "Oh, it's you, Uncle Rafiq," Matthias said, catching his breath. "I'm glad you call me Uncle," Rafiq said with a faint smile. "Your training is well disciplined. Your mother would be proud." "Thank you, Uncle," Matthias said, lowering his wooden sword. "But I had a good teacher." He hesitated before asking, "Uncle, may I ask you something?" "Of course." "Some of the Templars judge you behind your back because of your faith. They mock you." "I don't understand." "Why don't you ever judge us in return?" Rafiq's eyes softened. He answered calmly, "Because I was taught to respect those who walk different paths. Hatred blinds men. Wisdom teaches us to listen. It is not faith that makes men cruel, it is fear and pride." Matthias looked down, thoughtful. "Some of our teachers tell us to despise your beliefs, but I never listen to them. I know not all men are like you." "I wish there were more like you, uncle." Rafiq let out a warm, gentle laugh. "Then perhaps you will become that kind of man one day. Not by the sword, but by the heart." Matthias smiled. "You are too kind." "It is not kindness," Rafiq said, resting a hand on his shoulder. "It is truth. Allah teaches us to respect one another. Not to seek war, but to build peace." Lady Marlene stood a short distance away, watching them silently, her eyes filled with quiet joy. And in that peaceful moment, beneath the amber light of day, a boy and his distant uncle shared more than blood. They shared understanding.